All right, guys. Type 333 in the chat if you can hear me okay. Listen, I'll just say this. Because there's no live events going on right now because of the pandemic, because of everything that's going on, typically when you hit a level of the point that my boy just hit this level, Platinum 5000, you get all the time in the world, especially in the regional circuit here, like in the local Minneapolis area where everybody comes in and there's 800 people in at the regional training event. He would have the stage for a half hour, for an hour, to be able to share his experience, share how he got from point A to point B, and how he's winning at such a high level. But because of everything going on, this is how we have to recognize people. But this dude deserves it more than almost damn near anyone I've ever met in my life. He was one of the day ones, one of the first people that I called and said, hey, this is what we're doing. And if you want to roll with, bro, there's nothing I'd rather do than run with you and go crush it and make some money and help a lot of people. And he's like, and we came from a previous company. And he's like, dude, I haven't been in this company for too long. And now you want me to come to this one? And I'm like, bro, this is the legacy run right here. If you want to roll with, let's get it. And he's like, let's go, bro. I'm all in. So other than my wife, he was the first sign up that I had. And I'm not going to steal too much of his thunder, but I'll just say this. The dude works as hard as anyone could work. And I think that's where it's going to start. You got to have the burning desire. You have to have your reasons why, but you got to be able to put in the work. And that's what I think a lot of people lack, is that consistent work ethic, day after day, month after month, year after year. And this dude's been doing it, and he's not breaking any records as far as hitting ranks in the company. He enrolled Josh and Jay, who actually ended up passing him up. And he was just like, damn, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. He's like, that hurts the ego a little bit, but that's all we've ever wanted, is to build up leaders to help them pass us. If you help a bunch of leaders pass you, you're just going to keep rising as well. And so he just kept putting in the work, and he kept putting in the work. And he went from, nothing to platinum 150 to platinum 600 to platinum 1000. And he was at platinum 1000 for a little bit. Then he hit platinum 2000, and he was stuck there for a while. And he just kept chipping away. He kept chipping away, and he paid his dues. And just over the last few months, he's like, bro, I'm almost there. It's going to be done in the next 30 days. And I would look at his numbers, because he's on my team. I have him in the back office. And I'd be like, he would tell me he's like, 40 away. And I'd be like, dude, it says you're 80 away. But I was just like, whatever. I said, I believe you, bro. Let's get it. I don't know where you're coming up with these numbers, but let's go. And he just kept chipping away, helping his team. This is one of the most servant, humble leaders you'll ever meet. And you'll see that when you hear him on the call. He's one of the most humble people on the planet. But he is a freaking workhorse. He's an absolute stud. He is crushing this thing at a very high level. And he's on his run right now to Chairman 10. And we are so grateful to have him here as one of the leaders, one of the top earners, one of the top guys with Team Ambition. So with that being said, give it up for your man, my brother from another mother, Kessler Geschwill. Let's go, baby!
DJ Khaled! Yeah. All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Come on, baby!
Let's go, baby!
And they stay there, and they say yeah.
All right, brother. It's all yours, bro. Go ahead. Let's get it.
Oh, what's going on, guys? What's going on, man? It's man, let me tell you, I never there was a point in time, man, I never thought this day was coming, but man, it's a smile on my face ear to ear, and it's all paid off, let me tell you. And we're just beginning, though. That's the craziest part. And thank you for the kind words, bro. Let me tell you, my what I've learned from you over the days, over the years, is that no matter what you go through, no matter what happens, and whatever you go through for life tribulations and everything else like that, you always wear your heart on your sleeve. Always put your team first, and that's always what I've learned from you and Thayer. And let me tell you, man, it's crazy. It's absolutely unreal with all the negativity and craziness in the world. Here we are today, knocking out ranks and creating a movement, hearing stories from your people on your team. Bro, thank you for ever showing me this. And I just walked away from my full-time job, and hearing stories like that from your team hitting you up, that's truly what means the world. And if you guys don't know me, I'm 25 years old from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm going to go a little bit about my story and, a little bit about me, so we're not complete strangers. And then, I'm going to dive into what's kind of been helping me and my team kind of go into that leap of, into that next quantum leap, and how we went from, knocking on P5000 back to 0, 0, and 0 to on P2000, stuck there for 2 years, to all of a sudden that quantum leap happened. And, here we are, just knocked out P5000 and full stretch to P5, and, full stretch to chairman now. But yeah, guys, a little bit about me. And, when I first got started about this, I got started day one with Joey and Thayer. Joey called me and he goes, Kessler, I know you've been in World Ventures for a little while, but, I got this trading thing, man. I don't know anything about it. And I'm like, what? Like, man, what are you talking about? I just joined you in, with this company this other company. I didn't make much in there. I met him out at Mall of America. He showed me everything that was going on. And I was just like, you know what? I think all of us can agree on this call that we spent $235 on some stupider stuff before. So I made the leap after having that conversation with my girlfriend. And we made that decision and we went all in on it. And just making that sacrifice, it's changed not only my life, but everyone around us. And hearing success stories pop up all over the world has been absolutely unreal. And going into things, what I'll say is that I first only started as a trader. I started trading. I got my 2 and free right away. I started trading after a while. And then after I walked away from my job, I made that decision. And I made that decision to go all in. I walked away from my job. I started networking. And then, by about, I think it was about 6 months, I hit Platinum 2000. And I was stuck there for about 2 years altogether. But I'll go into a little bit of a backstory on that, what kind of happened, everything in between. And I want you guys to know that when I tell you this story about me, I might go a little bit transparent that not a lot of people know about what's going on with what happened with me and my girlfriend. And the reason why I want to share this story with you guys today is because, everyone's going to go through trial and tribulations through life, and everything's going to go through trial and tribulations through their entrepreneurship and their journey of this business. Everything going forward, I want you guys to know that you might get put into your darkest place, but I truly believe that in our company and what we have today, with even all of our negativity in the world, that we are one of the very few companies and platforms out there that we can actually inspire, and we can create a positive culture for people to actually thrive, people to wake up the next day and actually succeed. Too many times do we wake up and we see all this negativity all over the world. And I truly believe that this is something going forward that people can come in and blow up and succeed and look forward to something to do every day. But a little bit, I hit P2000 November 22nd of 2018. And then after that, a year later, it's crazy. I had Josh and Jay. I got started with them that summer. I got these guys started. I got a few other leaders on my team started. And, going forward, me and my girlfriend actually, not a lot of people know this about us, but we went that winter, December, we were expecting a baby. And when we were expecting our baby, we were about 4 months going on 5 months. And we actually ended up losing our son. I ended up going into the darkest place of my entire life. I did not know what to do. I did not know what was going on. And my business took a massive toll on it. I lost everything. I went from 80, 70, and 50 to 0, 15, and 1. And at that point in time, I literally lost everything. I deranked. We were living downtown in a high rise, a beautiful place. We loved it. And we lost everything. I didn't know what to do. And at that point in time, we just kind of kept going forward. And there was a few pivotal points in my business where all of a sudden things started to pick it up. Things started growing. And I saw Josh and Jay start growing. They started picking up, and they actually went out and they hit over 100 people on their leg. That was a massive pivotal point. And when I saw these guys go out and make it happen, I said, these guys are doing it. These guys are making it happen. And I said, I cannot miss out on this. And after me and my girlfriend, we lost everything that we ever had. We literally had to move into some, down piece of crap townhome, whatever the case may be, place that we did not enjoy. We were in a dark place, and we had a conversation one night, and I told her, this is it. We have to go all in. Every entrepreneur, every person that's been successful, they will always tell you there was a time where they made a decision to go all in. And when you go forward with that, I started plugging away, And February, I made that decision to go all in of this year, 2020. Yeah, Josh said he was hungover. He used to call me all the time, but I'll get into that. Going into things, I made that decision, and now here we are from 0, like 15 and like 1 or maybe 0. I don't even know. It was crazy. I wasn't even ranked. From P2000 to 0, not even ranked, to now to this day, 7 months later, we just knocked out P5000 after I made that decision to go all in. And I'm going to go into that journey and how I made that happen, how my team decided to really just put it into full gear and go all in on it. And, going into it, things aren't always the prettiest. I would be 100% with you, but you have to believe. And with every belief and every situation going forward, when you are first starting out, I want each and every one of you guys to know everyone started at 0, 0, and 0. Josh started at 0, 0, 0. Joey started at 0, 0, 0. Thayer started out at 0, 0, and 0. Everyone started at 0, 0, and 0. So if you're someone that's just coming into this and you are just starting, and maybe you're someone that's been in this and maybe you are struggling to find that next personal sign up, or maybe that person that is in this and that rank and you're stuck and you want to get to that next level, what I would tell you is that you need to make that decision to go all in. You cannot look left. You cannot look right. You cannot expect things from your downline. You cannot look up to expect things from your upline. You need to make that decision as a person and go all in. You literally need to go all in. And I hope each and every one of you are taking notes, because note takers are money makers. And when you are going into it, when you are going to be at 0, 0, 0, it's a full sprint to P1000. There's no ranks in between. You cannot look at P150. You cannot look at P600. You need to go to P1000 full sprint. You cannot expect anything else from anyone on your sidelines, downlines, uplines, anything else. It is on you. Okay? And going into things, when you're really going after it, it's a full, after P1000, every rank that you hit and achieve, it's going to be basically a direct reflection of how many people that you have actually, helped impact. However many people that you've directly impacted. How many P1000s have you created? How many people have you created to become financially free? How many people have you gotten in that's actually dominated the charts? Okay. So when you're going into this and you're coming out and you're really making, dues with everything, there can't be any excuses. There can't be any excuses whatsoever. See, there's too many people when you log into your back office that they're making 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures even. That you are now deciding to now hop on video games. You're now deciding to hop on watch TV. You're now deciding to watch YouTube or Netflix or whatever the case may be, when you have so many people that when you come out of this opportunity, you should be making 6, 7, or 8 figures. How many people that you have in your back office that you can log in and get direct access to? Not too many people can wake up and say that every day. Take full access and everything that you can achieve and take it all in. I promise you. And when you're really looking at that, okay, say you're at 0, 0, 0. I like to break everything down because I learned this on my path. I really learned going forward with this. When you start to, now all of a sudden you're going to go through like a deck of cards, right? When you are getting all this value from people, it's not about what you know, but when you're going through and you're trying to teach it to your team, it's not about what you know, it's about what's duplicatable. Let me say that again. It's not about what you know, it's about what's duplicatable. What can you teach to the next individual that will actually help them win? Because exactly, duplication creates momentum, and that's going to happen every day. If you can teach that next person that step by step process that's going to actually help them win, it will create that momentum for you. Okay? So when you're going about it, when you're really going about it, and if you see me guys looking to the left, it's because I have everything written down, so I'm not bouncing all over the place. If you guys have been on my team, you guys know. Some of you are, some of you aren't, and I'd love to help everyone else out there. But what I tell each and every one of people on my team is that what your daily habits need to go out as a trader. If you're wanting to network this thing, your daily, what should be basically happening throughout your day, it should be 10% trading, 20% self-development, and 70% network marketing. And the reason why I say 10% trading is because if as a trader, you shouldn't be on the market for longer than an hour. You take more than 5 trades, you're over trading. You're over trading. You should be aiming for 5 to 8% a day. It's 10% trading, 20% self-development. And self-development is not only just growing on network marketing and marketing and building a team. Self-development includes practicing your skill set and trading. Practice marking up the charts, everything else like that, okay? Grow as an individual. The other 70%, go out and actually practice your network marketing. Do your your numbers, go through, do your follow-ups and grow, okay? Now, I'm going to get into when you're going about your daily routine. A lot of us, how many people in here, I'm sure if you're really going on this, is that how many in here are actually messaging people and trying to reach out to them to sign them up for an opportunity? Probably a lot of you, right? You're probably reaching out to a lot of people to try and sign them up for opportunity. Now, let me try and do a mental shift here really quick. What if you reach out to an individual on something that could actually benefit them instead of signing them up for an opportunity? How about you change your mindset to where instead of, hey man, I'm with this person, I'm with here and here, and I'm with this great opportunity, reach out to me, I can get you signed up and stuff like that. Reach out to them, make it everyday conversation. If that's your boy, if that's your girl, if that's your family member, coworker, whatever the case may be, why change up your daily conversation? Hit them up as if it's an everyday conversation with them and bring it into now, hey, after you ask them what they're doing and everything else like that, see how everything's going, see how their day's going, see how things are going, see what they're up to today, things like that. Make it seem like your everyday conversation, then warp it into, bro, I've been part of this great opportunity. I'm trying to run this thing up and we're going to make this happen. And I would love to run it up with you. If you want to partner up with me, I have a phone call here at 9 p.m. Will you be able to make it? See if they can make it. If they cannot, schedule another time. Too many times do people follow into that mass message where it's all of a sudden a spam. Come into that message where you are actually creating a conversation. Because if you're in person with someone, would you walk up to somebody and be like, someone random at the mall or someone random at the gas station or whatever the case may be? Would you walk up to that individual and be like, hey bro, you want to sign up for this Forex thing? No, you're going to ask them, hey bro, what's your name? Hey bro, what's your occupation? What are you doing? Like, what do you do for this? What do you do for that? You're trying to kind of see who they are, get to know them. And the reason why you do that is because now when you get to know them, you can now break down our system and our company as in how it can benefit them. How can it benefit them? And you can help that individual grow. And then once you get to that point, you get them enrolled, you get them on a call. You never try and explain everything over text. And I learned that from Joey Wilson. I learned that from The Perfect Invite, from Matt Rosa and Austin Godsey. If you don't know who they are, look them up on YouTube. Look up The Perfect Invite. Get them on calls nonstop. We've been doing blitz calls every week. So when you're going through it all, you're really moving. A huge thing is when you're really going through it all, you are going to basically come through a point in your business where you're going to start comparing. I have a few people on my team that have been in this business, they've been struggling, and I'm not going to say names, but people start comparing. And I was one of those individuals, and I completely admit it. Josh and Jay, they outranked me, and I was every day comparing to them, and every day I started doing that. But the day I removed that comparison, my entire business started flourishing. Everything started moving, because I tell you what, the biggest thief of success, no matter what level you are at, will always be the thief of comparison. Because no matter what level of success that you get to, you could hit Chairman 50. If you're still comparing to the next person, you're always going to start comparing to that next. You're always going to be like, damn, I should. You're not going to ever. You're never going to enjoy the moment. Enjoy where you're at. Grow. Really start moving with unity, start growing everything. So that's just kind of like a mindset. I'd like to go over all that because I want everyone to know that we all started at 0 and 0. I don't want anyone to compare, because I think everyone on this call, no matter who you are believing in and this is going to go into it, as you start comparing, I want you guys to really realize that no matter who you believe in, God, we're God's highest form of creation. And every part of that, everyone has their own story. And with every story comes different chapters. Some chapters are longer, some chapters are a little bit, there's more chapters, right? So when you're going about that, why would you compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 20? Let me say that again. Why would you compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 20, whether it's trading or networking? Don't compare that. Don't do that. You're just going to hurt yourself. Okay. So a little bit of what we've done as a team and how we've got to where we've at, it's basically like going through a deck of cards. I'm going to get into more of how we properly build. And I want to help each and every one of you kind of go about how we have developed leaders and developed a culture on our team to actually thrive and move forward. So going forward with everything, first things first, if you are just starting, make a brand new list of 50 people, starting with your first 10. Your first 10 need to be your closest. And your first 10 people, you give them a call and you call each and every one of them and you let them know to hop on that overview call and what's going on. And you tell them to hop on and we will show them everything for you. What a lot of us top leaders have been doing on my team, we basically tell everyone that gets started, invite your 2 people, we'll get your 2 and free for you. We'll do an overview for you. You tell that same person the same thing once they get started. Okay. So a huge thing is when you go through that list of 50, right? What's going to happen is that basically as time goes on, you're going to start writing down these names and you're going to start making your way step by step by step. And when that name comes up and they say, not right now, you never just say, let me know. What will happen is that you want to basically reach out and you always don't ever just say, let me know, let them know. Okay, when are you thinking? Schedule that follow-up day. That way you can reach out to them and let them know like, okay, this Friday coming up, perfect, I'll reach out to you. Okay, so that's gonna be your follow-up. So you're gonna create that and you're gonna write down that date right next to them. And then going into things after that, basically we'll come into when you get people enrolled into your business, you need to categorize them as who they want to be. Do they want to become a trader? Do they want to become, someone that wants to all out run? Or do they want to become someone that is independent and they're going to do their own thing? Jay Dapper, you already know the Celsius, bro. So, as traders, if someone wants to just trade, perfect. That's the kind of person that you need to help them get plugged into the system, help them start making money on their charts, help them break down the charts and walk them through so that they're becoming profitable into our system. That's a step-by-step process, because if you can help them now learn and grow, what will happen is that you could turn any trader into a networker. If they're making an extra $20 a night, that's an extra $400 a month. 5 nights a week, that's $400 a month. Anyone could use that right now. Turn them into a networker. Who do you know? And then start building through them, okay? Then you're gonna have your next person that's gonna get in, and I'm sure that each and every one of us knows someone that they get started inside of our business, and they're not gonna get stuff done unless you're right there with them and you hold them accountable. So as you hold them accountable, hold their hand, hit them up every day. Talk to them. Hey, who do you know? Let's make it happen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get them on a call today. Let's make it happen. So now all of a sudden you're running and you're getting that person started. And now you're running as a team and you're creating that culture together. Okay. You're building through that individual. Now all of a sudden you're building through that team. The third person is a type of person that comes into your business and they blow up and you step to the side. You literally just step to the side and let them run. Let them and their team run and let them run the play. Everyone knows an individual that comes into their business, and that individual right there will change your business for a lifetime. Okay. So a big thing is when you're going into that and you're doing those 3 types of people, then you have to go into, can you go over the one more time, please? Yep. So one more time, you guys, would be just traders, people that come into this business as just traders, and you got to help them get plugged into the charts, walk them through the system, make sure that they're profitable and they're trading on the charts, because you could turn any trader into a networker if you are helping them get paid. Okay. If you're helping them get paid in the charts, hit them up in like a week or 2 after, send them that message and be like, hey, you're making this money. Who do you know that we can get started with us? It's duplication. Get them on a call. Say, you don't need to explain anything. We're going to do the call for you. Just get them on this call and we will show that plan. That's going to be your trader. You need to make sure that person is profitable. Second, The person that comes into your business, we all know this individual that's like this. You're going to know a few, but the person that comes in and they are going to need their hand held 24/7. 24/7, you need to hold their hand, because if you don't hold their hand, they are not going to grow. They're not going to go out and do anything. Those are the people that you need to hit up every day. Every day, hey, who do you know? What's going on? Who are we getting in today? How is trading going? Are you hopping on this call tonight, this overview, and are you hopping on that trading session? Holding their hand through everything. And eventually they're going to grow and they're going to learn, hey, are you reading? You're going to help them develop. And then next thing you know, they blow up. Okay. Third will be step to the side type of individuals. People that come into your business and they're going to blow up. In 90 days, they're going to go hit chairman. In 1 year, they go hit chairman. They're going to run that play with or without you. Those are the type of individuals that you just step to the side. You don't ask any questions and you just let them run the play. They might reach out to you for questions and advice. You're going to just need to let them run the play. And you don't look left, right, or anything else. You just help with advice here and there, and you make sure that you're helping their team grow. Okay? So that's your three. I'm going to kind of keep an eye on the chat. What do you say when people who tell you it's a scheme or a scam and are negative about it? So John, what I would say about that, I definitely enjoy you asking questions. I'm happy that you guys are asking. A big thing, what I always say when people say it's a scheme or one of those pyramids, is that I always like to tell them, like, look, first things first, the main definition of a pyramid scheme is that you're signing up for a program that has no products in exchange, and you're just signing up for a program just to be part of it. A big thing when you're actually going into things is that, when you get started with us, you don't need to talk to a single individual here. You could just trade with us, and say this to them. You could just trade with us, not talk to a single person, and you can make money every day. That right there eliminates us from a pyramid scheme. And then B, another big thing is that this is not a person that at the top eats. I've seen so many people get started and they pass the next person up. They basically pass that next person up. They pass up, like Josh and Jay, for example, they passed me up in rank. I've got a few people on other teams where, like, for example, I'll drop another name, Ethan Scott. Ethan Scott came into this business and he just hit P1000 and he passed up like 80 people on his team, on that line, on his leg, in ranks. It's not the person that's what you say. And so going into it, yeah, exactly. Josh hit it right on the spot. I don't ever mention the refund policy unless I really have to. And that's just basically giving them a security net to really let them know. That's just something you don't really want to put out there. But if they do say that, a huge thing is to say, we have a grace period where you can get started, 7 days, where you could get your full access into our company. And if you, for some crazy reason, you want to back out, you can get your full refund back. But I'm saying that, and this is the key part at the very end. You say, I'm saying this because I truly believe in our products and what we have to offer, that you will not want to back out. Boom. There you go. That's how you let them know and grow that up and build that up. So a huge thing when you're going into everything after that is that, when you're first starting out, right, you're at 0, 0, and 0. What people always ask, like, bro, how do you find your people? How do you go and find that next individual? How do you go and do this? Don't post profits on your stories. Please do not post profits on your stories. I will reach out to you personally and I'll tell you to delete it. Okay. B, after that, how you go about this properly is send it to them personally. Send it to them personally. Do not post it on your stories. If you have a solid group of friends, family, coworkers, whatever the case may be, maybe you made 20 to, I've seen over $1,000. I mean, we've seen Matty Pips clear people's mortgages in a matter of minutes. It's crazy. But if you are clearing money and you're clearing trades and you're at 0, 0, and 0, or maybe you're trying to hit that next rank, seriously, take a picture of your profits and send it to that individual directly and say, hey, this is truly legit. Let me know if you'd like to run this up with me. If you would like to run this up with me, let me know. I can show you everything hands-on. Then that way they know that it's actually legit. They don't need to see your profits on your story, okay? And then you can go, and when they reach out to you, don't answer any questions. Just be like, bro, it's It's a $7.4 trillion a day market. You're asking me to explain this over text. Hop on a phone call. It's way easier. Okay. So that's the best way to go about that. And one huge thing is that when you're really looking at things and you're really starting to break things down and you're going through your numbers, you guys, some people will, some people won't. So what? That's a huge thing. Don't ever get discouraged. Don't ever get discouraged. It's huge. You guys, I know a lot of people that are on my team, or like I have a few younger individuals, or like they're hitting me up. They're like, "Yo, my parents started saying this won't ever work. This won't make it happen," and stuff like that. And you guys, my mom and my parents, like they hit me up. They'd be like, "Kessler, don't you do that stuff. Go get a real job. Go do real estate." And I'm telling you, now that conversation changed to where she calls me. My mom calls me every day, and she goes, "Kessler, how's that opportunity going? Keep going. Don't you give up. Don't you give up." And I'm telling you, they'll come at you. They'll ream you a new one. They will say it'll never work. I'm telling you guys, it will change everything when you just have to prove it. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Don't ever give up on your goals. Keep running at it. I promise you, things will keep, if you just keep believing. But one last thing I will touch up on, two last things. Would be when you are running this play, right? And you are going at it. There's a lot of people on this call. There's a lot of people that are out there in this world. I've had a few talks with a few leaders and stuff like that. And it's okay. It's okay to admit it. But I want each and every one of you guys to realize that we got to stop saying it's already done and not putting in the work ethic that's going to match that it's already done. You have to, the difference between what you want and what you're doing and like what you have is your daily routine of what you're doing. That's all it is. If you are going about your daily routine and you want to be chairman, I really want you to take a step back from your daily routine and analyze what you're doing every day and really ask yourself, is that chairman work? Do you think a chairman's doing one call a day? Do you think a chairman's hitting up 2 people a day? Do you think your chairman is not going about his team, hitting up his entire team, or not doing 10 plus calls a day? If you want to do chairman work and you want to hit chairman, make chairman work. Make it happen. You have to. The biggest reason why I was at Platinum 2000, bro, I was literally doing 3 calls a day. I was stuck at P2000 for a reason. Because I wasn't putting in the work. I fell in that trap. I started doing 10 plus calls a day with my leaders. I started making the work happen. If you want to make it happen, put in the work. Analyze your daily routine. Too many people hit ranks and then they think, oh, my team's going to do the rest. No, do not go on your downline. Make it happen yourself. Make it happen yourself. It will happen if you put in the work and you believe. You can believe, you could believe all you want in your chair. You could believe wherever you want in life, but if your work ethic does not match your belief will never take place. Again, you could believe, but if your work ethic does not match your belief, it will never take place. You will be stuck there on belief. And then you're going to be putting your hands up, but it will never happen. You need to put in the work ethic. And it comes over time. It doesn't happen overnight. It comes over time. And I promise you guys, if you believe and you make it happen, plug in, do your self-development. Everything becomes so much easier when things just all start to click in. Everything starts to click. Everything starts to make sense. It might not see it right away. And if you're a leader on this call, you guys, if you are a leader, I'm going to say this one time. It is your job to be the Picasso of that new individual that just started on your team. And when I say the Picasso, what I mean is you need to paint the picture of belief within your team for them to believe and see the bigger picture that they might not see yet. It is your job to be that. You need to create that belief system for them to grow as traders and networkers. So with that, you guys, I'll hop off here. I'm going to pass it back to Joey. I want you guys end this year strong. Do not say January 1st, I'm going to make it happen. Do not make that happen. Because if you are saying that right now, I guarantee you are the individual that will say tomorrow will be the day. tomorrow's going to be the day. Tomorrow's going to do that. Tomorrow comes, and you're going to say, tomorrow's going to be the day again. Do not wait for January 1st. End this year strong, because you're going to you're going to go into 2021 on momentum. And when you gain momentum, do not get comfortable. Go and go and go. This is going to be a household name. And I guarantee you, are you going to be at the top? Because the crowd is it's way too crowded at the bottom. And I promise you, it's a beautiful thing when you get to that very top and that residual check hits every Friday and you're chairman on the charts as well. So with that being said, Joey Wilson, I appreciate you, my guy, for having me hop on. And much love, man. I owe you all my success. I can go on and on for how grateful I am for you, man. I wear my heart in my sleeve for me and my team, for what I've learned from you. And I know Team Ambition, Digital Money Makers, and everyone all above they wouldn't be where they are if it wasn't for you, bro. So hats off, bro, and it's all yours.
Hey, hats off to you, my bro. And with that being said, guys, one more time, give it up for your newest.
Come on! Yeah. All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind.
I love it, guys. I love this. I mean, if you guys really saw that dude's journey, nothing was handed to him on a platter and just like, all right, here you go, you're platinum 5,000. That dude had to work for it. He had to become the person to be able to hit that rank, and that's exactly what he did. And when he was talking, I was just thinking, you know, if your team, as a leader, right, we're all leaders on this call. Anybody can be a leader who wants to be a leader. If your team only does 25% of what you do, think about your activity you did last week. How many people would you and your team have shown? That's just what I think of. That's why, you know, me and Matt and Josh and Jay and Kessler and AJ and you know, Alex Diaz and a lot of the leaders, we just show as many people as possible because, again, like we talk about, we're collapsing time frames. This is the greatest opportunity on the planet, but timing is key. Timing in any business is key. And so just know that when you're running, when you're building, when you're showing people, even if it's not going like how you want it to go, how many people are you messaging a day? How many people are you calling a day? Just keep going. And every no that you get and every non-response that you get, you're just take it as a learning experience and stay positive through the entire thing. But I just know that if my team's only going to do 25% of what I do, I just got to up the ante on my work ethic because, you know, we're you know, Josh is over there drinking Celsius, getting fired up in the double digits as chairman, and anybody can have this, guys. You know, anybody can have this. So I appreciate you, Kessler. You're just digging the ditch, bro. I see what he does every single day. It comes down to this. When I was talking to Josh and Jay, I said, "What'd you do to hit platinum 5,000?" When I said it to Kessler, "What'd you do to hit platinum 5,000?" If I said it to Jonathan and Gabriella, "What'd you guys do to go chairman?" It's 10 or more calls a day, right? Some of you guys might be doing a 9 to 5, but you should be working your business from 5 to midnight. And collapsing those time frames, and if you do 10 or more calls a day, it's game over, 100%. So congrats again, Kessler. You're an absolute stud. Appreciate everything you're doing. Let's go knock out chairman to make it happen. Everyone else, I appreciate you guys for being on the call. Let's get it. We have another call at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then we have some get paid sessions all night long. Let's go, baby.